Yeah, good morning. We are here to discuss another match. No, not exactly another match. We are here to discuss the entirety of IPL because what this question, there is a question mark hanging over the continuing of IPL, especially in the light of what is happening in the rest of the country. We are talking about the COVID crisis, and there is a general criticism that IPL organizers and basically the BCCI has been slightly tone deaf to the happenings outside. It has not done enough, I mean, that it is capable of doing. And another criticism is that whether IPL should be continued at all, because what is happening is a huge crisis, because there is a shortage of vaccines, there is a shortage of oxygen, people are dying. Just to put things in perspective, there have been 26,000 deaths in the entirety of India ever since IPL started on April 9th. So all things concerned, there is a question mark against IPL, and that got accentuated last night after Ravichandran Ashwin pulled out. He has cited, I'm reading out from his tweet. Ashwin said, I would be taking a break from this year's IPL from tomorrow. My family and extended family are putting a fight against COVID-19, and I want to support them during these tough times. And he added, I expect to return to play if things go in the right direction. Thank you. So this is what Ashwin said. And before Ashwin walked out of IPL, you had Andrew Tye, and before that you had Liam Livingston. So both of whom had gone back to their respective countries. So there are, I mean, there was also a suggestion that a couple of Australians want to go back without, I mean, that's the news that is emanating out of IPL. So Raj, what is your general take on this?
So, I mean, it's a very, very weird situation because look at it this way. We are playing a sport. The sports people are playing. Now, their commitment and their health issues are paramount for the people organizing that sport, because the sport itself is not contributing to the pandemic. That is one part. That is the first part. We need to take care, because now since you brought in Andrew Tye, Ashwin, Liam Livingston, and even Mitch Marsh right at the beginning, who said he doesn't want to be in bio bubbles anymore. So these are all mental health issues. So those need to be given the proper weightage and seen whether it is something which can impact the player, because IPL, this is just one tournament. Cricket has to continue, right? It needs to continue. It needs to go on. That is one part. The second part is about BCCI being tone deaf and not caring for this thing. And I mean, people talking about cricket when they should be talking about the pandemic. I have a slightly different view there, because it is my choice to talk and it is yours not to listen. Just because a person is talking, because see, we have been talking about wearing masks and being safe for the last 1 year. How many people listened? Nobody listens. That's why we are having a pandemic today, right? We are talking about a scenario where oxygen, I mean, where we knew that the second wave of COVID would arrive one day or the other, because it has arrived in other countries. We had an administration in across the country which didn't listen. We are facing shortage of oxygen cylinders because, again, the administration, whoever, I'm not talking about one political party or the other, they didn't listen. So the point is not listening. The onus of not listening is not, the responsibility cannot be mine. So there are two things here. Should IPL be held? That depends on the players and the administration. Should IPL be held because there is a pandemic and people shouldn't talk about it? No, I don't think. These are two different things.
Yeah. My idea is, just to give my idea, sport is totally irrelevant in general.
Yeah.
I mean, let's say cricket is not the most important thing in the world. If there is no cricket, the world will still continue to function. That's a different story. But the importance, if you take off IPL, I mean, if you put a halt to IPL currently, I think the message that goes out is the crisis is bigger than what it could be. So I don't want IPL to be stopped. What I actually want is from certain kind of strong message from the BCCI. BCCI is known for its logistical. I mean, this IPL is happening because of its logistical strength. So if BCCI, using its logistical power, can ensure, I mean, outside of the IPL, it can ensure, say, vaccination being delivered to certain places or oxygen cylinders. That would, rather than mere tokenism of offering wear your masks or practice social distancing, those things are just tokenism. If the BCCI can do two things, one, use its logistical expertise to help deliver medicines or anything related to the pandemic, and another thing, BCCI is a rich organization. It can give out large sums of money, and especially to the downtrodden, to the hospitals. The Indian hospitals need those money. If it can do that, that will be very helpful. It kind of addresses the criticism that the entire system is now, the criticism is the entire system is cut off from the world outside. So there is a general talk that it is existing in a bubble within a bubble. So you can address that.
Yeah, I agree, Bala. I completely agree with you, because see, I mean, not because we are always in agreement on every show. In this case, I agree with you simply because, see, there were criticisms of movie stars going out and posting videos or pictures of them on beaches. I mean, to a point of even one of the stars in Bollywood, he actually criticized his colleagues for doing that. Again, my point is that, look, no, everybody is not equal in this universe. It's as simple as that. Now, it is my choice. You can't take away my choice and say, no, everything that has to be posted has to be on COVID. There, the problem is, I'll pick on what Bala said. See, if you are continuously posting stuff on for social media about something, about pandemic or about whatever, it actually gets to you. In fact, that is one reason why you start feeling down. Yesterday, I was speaking to some of my friends who felt down. Bala, you yourself told me that you are off Twitter because you found the pandemic thing too much. I mean, same here. I also felt that way. Now, what do I post on social media? Random stuff. But I also try to post things which I feel will be a help to people. Like one of the videos which we did yesterday, I found that another TV channel has done the same video yesterday. They had the program in the evening. We talked about how the pandemic is not as big a killer. There is a silver lining if we take care. Those are the messages that need to go out, and that is where I think the BCCI probably is lagging. I don't think they have done enough. So having cricket teams, having franchises coming up and having 5 or 6 cricketers saying wear your mask and do, I don't think it makes sense. I think that focused effort can be only when they come out and make a difference, specifically make a difference, which BCCI, being the richest sports organization in India and one of the richest in the world, can definitely do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
because when you stop a tournament midway, it makes the tragedy much worse than actually it may be. So that is my point. So correct. IPL is light entertainment, exactly, it's okay, but in this time of crisis, we also need some kind of a distraction. Though it is a tenuous argument. I mean, you can always
I agree to that, Bala. No, it's not a tenuous argument, Bala. Last time, during the lockdown 1 year before, what happened? Netflix, Amazon Prime, all these OTT guys, platforms. Yes, all the OTT platforms did booming business because people were at home. They kept people at home.
They came of age, these OTT platforms.
Yeah, in India. OTT platforms came of age, but people also realized that you can sit and watch something. You had something to do.
Because nobody, see, now in Netflix and Amazon Prime are making money. Nobody is asking them to stop. Correct. It's only the IPL.
Yeah. So imagine a scenario where you are saying, no, you shouldn't watch movies because it's in bad taste. No, where is that going? I don't think that argument holds water. What holds water definitely is the BCCI coming out and saying, you know what, we are responsible. We are a responsible sports body. We are, even if an announcement that 50% of the collections from this IPL will go towards COVID relief or PM cares or PM fund or whatever the hell it is, I think that will make a difference. I think that is where the criticism is coming.
But let's also not forget one thing. IPL is also an economic activity. It brings a lot of money. See, it helps the gig economy. It helps the hospitality industry, which has been the worst hit because of the COVID pandemic.
Yes.
So players travel in chartered flights and hotels. They live in hotels. So all these things help who are part of that system. So it is not as if it is not an economic activity at all.
And most importantly, Bala, see, one of the things which I want to reinforce here is this, that if you are feeling sad, I come and feel sad with you, you are not adding any value.
Any value. I mean, you keep saying this, Raj. Yeah,
yes. You are right. As simple as that. Just coming and sitting together and see, if you look at a dog which is sitting quiet, any animal, for example, there will be this other dog which is that perky, pesky sort of a character who will come and try to get the other fellow up. That is what is of value. So reminding people that there is a pandemic is of no value. reminding people that there is a pandemic and you need to be safe and do things towards that. I think that is where value is.
Exactly.
I think that needs to be very clear. What is it that I am doing specifically? Ensuring that people around my area aren't going out if they don't have to. Make an effort to see whether if there is something that when I am going out, is there something that I can get for them? And third, ensuring that people walking out are walking covered and safe. I think that is the only thing I can do as a public spirited citizen. I think that is a question each one of us should ask. Going on Twitter or Facebook and saying, oh, you know what, IPL is this, that. No, I don't think that holds any. It is as irrelevant as IPL itself is, Bala.
Yeah, exactly. Because my simple take is IPL and the BCCI has a lot of soft power. It might as well use that to help the matters at the pandemic end, while allowing IPL to go along.
Yeah,
that's a simple thing. It can use its soft power because the soft power it wields is enormous. So use its logistical ability, use its financial muscle. Try and use that for the betterment of the situation.
Yes. So just to sort of comment, see, like I keep saying, commenting. See, I mean, you started off saying, Bala, sport is irrelevant.
Yes,
I'm saying social media is also irrelevant.
Absolutely, most
it's
things
as simple as that.
Except our everything is irrelevant.
The moment. See, you become relevant only when you take positive, affirmative action outside of your comfort level.
Exactly,
it's as simple as that. I think that is where the story is. I think that is what we need to do. So yes, shall I round up, Bala? I think this is all we had to say.
Nothing more. Exactly.
Yeah. Finally, what we are just rounding up, what we are saying is, stopping IPL is not going to improve the pandemic. Continuing the IPL and getting the BCCI or making the BCCI aware that, you know what, you guys you have enough soft power, you can play a highly relevant role in sort of helping administrations control this through your fantastic network of logistics or whatever else it is, can become a major difference. However, IPL itself, the IPL governing body, needs to look at the mini pandemic that is happening within the IPL, where people are going back home, players are going back home. So they probably need to look at it. Maybe it's a good idea to have a final after 7 matches. I don't know. I'll leave it there.
That's not a bad suggestion, because players also they feel the fatigue of being in bio bubble. So
that is what it is.
That needs to be taken into account.
Yes, I think on that note, we'll say thanks a lot for watching. Share your comments and share the video, because I think this is what we need to sort of understand, that when there is a crisis, stopping something or starting something needs to directly impact that crisis. Otherwise, there's no point. It is just an argument. That's all. And we can argue till the cows come home, because we are argumentative.
A lot of suggestions come from a place of virtue signaling.
Yes. So thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.